food is a human right.
And we believe that everyone should have access to it regardless of their income, their economic status, or where they live.
New Roots is the most practical way of distributing fresh food of the farm to fork concept of literally digging food out of the ground and not having it sprayed down and watered down with a bunch of chemicals and getting it into someone's belly.
With the Fresh Stop shares, everyone gets the same order each week. So the share is set for the upcoming week with the Fresh Stop volunteers, New Roots staff, and the farm, looking at the full range of what's available on the farm that week and setting the share.
It's just providing healthy vegetables to a community that has no grocery store. I like the fact that we are taking care of the neighborhood. I like the fact that nobody's turned away for lack of money and that everybody gets the same share. Like $6 shareholder doesn't get a mini share.
Everything that you get is the exact same, no matter you're black, you're white, if you make no money.
You know, it's not just one segment of the population, it's the whole spectrum of people in Louisville. And everybody's here, and it's just great.
Yam or sweet potato, more radicchio, a couple of turnips. It's a good box. What felt super important for us was to be tied into community and to be a part of, you know, the area that we're in. There's something special about grabbing something from the people up the street that have grabbed produce locally as opposed to running to Costco or Instacarting it from somewhere. This is a good place for me to interface with local food culture in a way that I can't do in other situations.
I really like the text reminders because I'm very forgetful. We get text reminders every week that our shares are going to be ready for pickup. I love the variety of produce.
It's interesting with what some of the people will say about specific vegetables that they have never cooked or they have never even tried to cook. Some of the peppers in particular, people always have questions about, are these hot peppers? Are these mild peppers? You know, and it's like the bullhorn peppers, especially when they're red and they're like giant, and they're looking at those going, oh man, those have to be hot. You're like, no, they're not. They're pretty mild, but they're really good.
But I really love what New Roots did. They made a creative solution. They're like, here's the recipe list. So it's challenging people, and then it's also like reminding people of the seasons and like where we are, and you know, reconnecting to the land and what it means to eat in Kentucky and eat seasonally.
I think it's just so important to try to eat healthy if you can. And as we all know, the organic vegetables are better for you because they're not full of pesticides.
I get fresh vegetables at a reasonable price. My cholesterol is down, my blood pressure is down, and in fact, I did away with 3 or 4 different type of medications.
My son was having issues at school. He wasn't able to focus and things like that. The first thing I decided was to change his eating habits. It has helped him a whole lot. So for me personally, it has been somewhat of a lifesaver, you know.
New Roots really helps people who live in food deserts survive.
I've learned so much about farming and just learned about what people can accomplish when they cooperate.
If you like vegetables and you think you'll use them, then be a shareholder, you know? It's great, and if you can afford it, pay the most you can, because you know it's helping other people. And if you can't afford it, that's great too, because that's the point.
I love what, you know, New Roots is about and what it's doing. Food brings people together. That's good in any neighborhood.